Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, make sure to check the description below the video for the link to our giveaways. And don't forget to hit the sub and like button to show support to the channel. So guys, update got released a few days ago, about half a week. We'll review every single new uniforms. There's no new character this month. We did have a uniform ranking video too, but now in this video pretty much we're going to talk about where they stand in my new tier list compared to the other characters. So let's start with the meta section here. In the meta section we have, I believe, two of them if I'm not mistaken. No, three of them. We have Captain America. Captain America got a huge buff, guys, a tremendous buff. On combat hero, guys, I'm actually going to do a video comparing Infinity War uniform to the new endgame uniform in Alliance Battle Extreme, and guys, you're gonna see a huge difference. He was already meta before the update, and now it's just even more meta than it was before. Now he's even stronger for giant boss raid, more defensive for PvP, more defensive for World Boss Ultimate, and a hell lot of more damage, guys, too. So this guy was already meta in the tier list before the update, and now, like I said, guys, he's still there and it's gonna stay there for a long time. The next character we got in the meta section is Ronin. Ronin, similar to Gambit, guys. It's not a guy that's gonna, own shit in PvP. Well, Ronin's gonna get some job done in AC, but I mean, not top tier in PvP. Not top tier in Alliance Battle Extreme, because there's just so many strong speed character already out there that can get the job done. So this guy is mostly gonna be a Shadowland, a Wall Boss Ultimate, and a Giant Boss Raid character, but he will get the job done if you put a good obelisk like CTP of energy on this guy. He is about at the same level than Gambit to the damage output. So a very great guy. Since we got Gambit into the meta tier list here, and the meta section of this tier list, we have to put Ronin there. In my opinion, Ronin is even a lot stronger than Winter Soldier and so much easier to play, and you don't have to count on the accumulated damage to actually do great amount of damage. So Ronin make it to the meta tier. Start from the trash tier last tier list to the meta tier in this one. Then we have Thanos. Thanos got his tier 3 advancement in a hell of a buff, guys. A hell of a buff. Thanos was similar to Captain America, already into the meta section of the tier list. At tier 2 was already a top 3 PvP character. Now with that new uniform, that new tier 3, he is now #1 PvP character in the game, a top 10 PvE character. We have a Universal Villain Alliance Battle Extreme Day coming in a few days, guys, and I will be testing tier 3 Thanos with a CTP of Rage on that, so make sure you tune to the channel, and I am 500% sure that he's gonna destroy what Victorious and Doctor Doom can actually do on Universal Villain Alliance Battle Extreme. So that covers the three first characters that are actually in the meta section, guys. Now, if you move to the tier 1 section, we have Ant-Man, we have Iron Man, we have, didn't I miss anybody else? We have a Black Widow, and I think, well, we're gonna go one by one and see. So Ant-Man, guys, is the first one I can see here. Ant-Man got a hell of a buff, guys. Now he can actually push Proxima, Corvus, 40 plus, pretty easy. And Wall Boss Ultimate, Thanos 25 plus, I think that's a great possibility for him too. Then Giant Boss Raid, he can actually get it done by himself with a good obelisk. In PvP, he's a god in PvP. I've seen him beat tier 2 Thanos, tier 3 Thanos, tier 3 Captain Marvel on autoplay. He has a weakness though. His weakness is pretty much Jean Grey and Wolverine. Those are the two weaknesses when he's fighting in PvP. But everything else that I've seen so far is just own them very, very, very easy. Like I seen a level 70 Scarlet Witch get two shot by the fourth skill of Ant-Man. That is how crazy he is now. If we move to the next, Black Widow. Black Widow is will actually be between tier 1 and tier 2, to be honest, guys, but there's no between, so I have to put her in tier 1. Her upgrade is just really there. The damage output went out like crazy. Before, with the Infinity War up uniform, she was in the tier 2 if I'm not mistaken, and only one of her skill actually had a lot of damage, and she was lacking a little bit of survivability. Now she got immune to all damage for 2 or 3 seconds on the fourth skill, and she has full iframe on the third skill, and the fourth skill and third skill damage got increased a lot, so that makes her a lot stronger. But her job is going to be restricted to Alliance Conquest, maybe fighting top 50 characters. Wall Boss Ultimate stage 40 is pretty much the max that you can reach, and Shadowland 70 plus with a good proc on him on her will actually be something she can actually get done pretty easy. And next we have Iron Man, guys. Iron Man got a slight buff with the new uniform, a change on the tier 3 skills that's, from what I've seen, only work with the new uniform. Kind of weird. I thought they changed it for all the looks, but apparently not. So tier 3 changed, but the tier 3 change left me on my appetite, guys, and this is the reason why it's not in the meta section. It just left me on my appetite. I just don't feel the power in that tier 3 skills yet. It is stronger than what it used to be, while the previous tier 3 skills was terrible. So let's be honest, the 5th skills was like 3 times the damage of that tier 3 skills. Now the tier 3 skills and the 5th skill are about the same amount of damage. Still left me on my appetite, considering that in the MCU, which this Iron Man is actually based on, Iron Man is one of the strongest character of the MCU, so that's really disappointed where they left him. Not saying he's not a good character, like you see I put him in the tier 1, but this new uniform is really disappointing and doesn't really bump him in the tier list, to be honest. Next we have Nebula. Nebula actually make it to the tier 1 too, guys. Why? Because she's just awesome. She goes from the tier trash, obviously, well, tier 2, tier 3, because with her most recent uniform, she was actually getting some job done. You know, she was able to clear some Shadowland, Wall Boss Ultimate at below mid-level, and Alliance Battle Extreme Combat Villain. She was actually a good target to hit that 100,000 point, but now that new uniform just make her so much stronger. Wall Boss Ultimate 40 plus, kind of easy with her if you have a good obelisk on her. That covers Proxima, Corvus, Ebony, and she can do about 25 on Thanos. Wall Boss Ultimate with a good build, a 70 plus is a good place where she can actually be used. Giant Boss Race, she's not going to be a target. I don't think that in Alliance Conquest she's going to be a good character either. It seems like the AI play her like shit. But if you play her manually and you use the skills properly, guys, she has a lot of survivability in addition to that crazy damage output increase. And next we have War Machine, guys. War Machine was already in the tier 1 section in the previous tier list, I believe so, and is still there. The Infinity War uniform and the Endgame uniform are pretty similar. A little change to the second skills in the Endgame uniform and a little buff on the skill, so he is stronger. The difference is not big enough though to be worth upgrading for Infinity War to Endgame, unless you really love this character, guys. That is pretty much the only reason I will actually upgrade this guy. Now he is in tier 1, guys, very strong for Shadowland and decent for Alliance Conquest, and can get the job done in what's the game mode? Wall Boss Ultimate. So he can get that done. So he is pretty good. And then we have one more character, I believe so. Hopefully, I did not miss anything. We have Rocket Raccoon. We're gonna do a recap at the end to make sure I did not forget anything too, guys. We have Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon drop into the tier 2 section, guys, but he could be in the tier 1 section. He is pretty great, but it's just the AI for PvP is just what leaves me on my appetite, because well, he could be in tier 1, to be honest, guys. He could be in tier 1, but I put him in tier 2. Just I don't feel it. I don't feel him to be in the tier 1 section, to be honest. But very great character, guys. But he does compare to characters like Crystal, Domino, Arachna. I think they are about Iron Armor. They're all about the same level. Those are all characters that could almost make it to the tier 1, but they're just lacking a little bit of damage. Pretty much only game mode you're gonna use Rocket is a Shallow Lane and maybe Wall Boss Ultimate. Wall Boss Ultimate stage 40 is pretty much the cap for this guy. A War Machine can actually do a little bit higher than him. He has a little bit more survivability than War Machine when you play him properly. But he's lacking that little advantage that War Machine has in PvP over Rocket Raccoon, pretty much. The AI is terrible on Rocket Raccoon, that I have to admit it, guys. I tested him in autoplay timeline and a story mission autoplay, and oh, this is just plain terrible. And yeah, his HP is so low that it's very squishy. If you try to push Wall Boss Ultimate stages too high, he get one shot pretty much if he gets it, which is pretty terrible. So it's not, because of its lack of survivability, it's very low HP, it's bad AI. I have to put him in tier 2 section instead of tier 1. But again, if you only consider his damage output, he could be in the tier 1 section pretty easy. So guys, we covered Captain America, we covered Ronin, we covered Thanos, Ant-Man, Black Widow, Iron Man. We had, what's the other one? Man, it's hard to keep track, man. It is hard. Nebula. We had, after that, we had, what is his name? I just did it, man. Rocket Raccoon. I really think I cover all of them, guys. If I forgot anything, please let me know. It's on the tier list here in our face. I'm blind, man, sometimes. So sometimes I cannot see it properly. So if I forgot anybody, I can cover it in comment section, guys. Leave me your feedback on this tier list as always. Hopefully you enjoy the content, guys. And if you do, make sure to hit the like button. And guys, we'll be back once we get the Thor and Captain Marvel uniform for an updated version of this tier list. Hopefully that's gonna happen very, very, very soon, guys. So thank you for watching, and on that, Star Agent Starco Gaming is out.